Welcome to City's podcast. Today, we'll explore the fascinating connection between mindfulness and daily commutes with industry leaders. I'm Deepa Mehra from City, your host for today. As a passionate yoga and meditation enthusiast, I'm thrilled to dive into this topic with you. As we celebrate the warmth of Lori in this chilly weather, let's cozy up with a hot cup of tea or coffee and enjoy this insightful discussion. At CT, we aim to create a stress-free life by offering managed mobility services, helping facility heads handle non-core transport functions seamlessly. So let's make commutes mindful, stress-free, and enjoyable together. Let me extend a warm welcome to Mr. Rakshit Maheshwari, a seasoned expert with over 35 years of stellar experience in corporate real estate management. His journey includes serving some of the most renowned Fortune 500 companies, shaping industry standards and delivering exceptional results. So, Mr. Rakshit, could you kindly introduce yourself and share a glimpse of your inspiring journey with us?
Deepa, thank you for your kind words. So, I superannuated last year after 36 years in varied industries, starting with companies like Siemens and Coke, and then in the BPO sector, IBM, then IBM Daksh, Deutsche Bank, and then, of course, came to the banking, but always in facilities and integrated facilities management. Most challenging was growing IBM, who acquired Daksh from us when IBM had 1,800 employees in the south, and in 9 years we grew them to 30,000. So everything else IBM had more or less done before, but they had never done transport.
Okay.
So over 4 cities in south, going from 1,800 to 28,000, I rounded it up to 30. Transport was, it became even more specialized in management reviews compared to even IT.
Thank you for sharing that. Your extensive experience and insights are truly inspiring. So it's evident that your journey has made a significant impact on the industry. So we are excited to dive deeper into your experiences and learn how your innovative approaches have shaped corporate real estate management over the years. So let's begin. So before that, I am also delighted to welcome Mr. Sachin Agrawal, our co-founder and visionary CEO. So Sachin, can we also have your brief introduction for our viewers and listeners?
Thank you, Deepa. And Mr. Rakshit, nice to meet you here on this
Thank
platform.
you.
Just to give you a little background, I started after completing my post-graduation. I started my career with the electronics industry, consumer durables in electronics industry. Spent about close about 8.5 years there, and post that, I decided to move to services industry, and my first assignment was with a company called Hertz International, and I spent close to about a year, and then post that I remained in this industry. But important thing in the last 2.5 decades, uh, wherever I've worked, under employment at various places, uh, I've always, worked like an entrepreneur, and I always had that instinct to start something of my own. And COVID is the time 2021, mid of 2021, when I took this plunge and we started this company called Consulttrans. We've been running this company, bootstrapped for the last 3.5 years. Uh, so, Mr. Rakshit, having spent close to about 36 years, and we see you have covered uh, almost all industries. If you talk about IT, ITS, you talk about banking, and some of the Fortune 500 companies you have served in last 36 years. What we understand with a limited understanding is that from the other side of the table is the, the employees behave very, very differently from banking to IT or to IT to ITES. Would you like to share your experience, right? Having served these companies in the last so many years, and I'm sure you being on the other side of the table, right? They are your customers. They were your
Sure.
customers actually,
Yes. Yes.
and you're supposed to serve them.
Right.
So how do you handle different mindsets, uh, different set of people coming out with uh, very, very different expectations from the employee transport or facility management standpoint?
So, very good question, Sachin. So, I would start with the banking. You see, the banking primarily, if you see the age group in the banking, would start with 25, 27, or 30. I'm giving you very estimated age because, what would happen? They would have done their MBA finance and stuff, and then come into banking. And it's not a 24/7 other than back office. So the people are more matured. They are there to earn a living. They are there for long term in a given organization, and they are more accommodative, comparatively as compared to IT. Now, when you come to IT, you get the millennials or the Gen Z's types, who are younger and who are more aggressive, more bold. They know what they want. And if you see the longevity, may not be, a bank, any employee, not necessarily a VP, even a middle management employee in a banking, tenure would be more longer than in an IT. So they are very bold. They are clear what they want in life, and the emotions are less. If they, you see, when I changed about 9 organizations, but even today, I go to any one of the CEOs or CFOs, I yet have that bonding. Today, the IT middle-aged, I would not say kids, the employees, their emotions are less. They are there to see what's my stake in the game.
Yeah.
And when you go to ITES, it is 5x of IT. Their approach, they are very clear that what they want to do in life and what they don't want to, which is not necessarily driven by financial security. So the ITES is not necessarily intrinsic value driven. Mm-hmm. They are looking of intangible value and tangible value of workplace comfort, cafeteria, ergonomics, safe and comfortable transport. So this is the psyche, which has changed. And of course, they are also not like a banker. He would not change unless he really has to. But the second and third category of IT and ITES are pretty bold. And when they see an opportunity, which they feel is an opportunity for them, they will not ponder very long to hang on into the same company, and they are ready to take risks. They are ready to change profiles. They are ready to jump, if they are getting a growth. They are ready to do something which they have not done before. So this is my observation in the three industries over last 3 decades plus. Thank you.
Sure, sure. So one thing, Mr. Rakshit, I wanted to add here when we compare banking with IT or ITES. Uh, if you talk about foreign banks or you compare it with a BPO or with an IT from the employee transport standpoint or from the let's say cafeteria standpoint or even the facility management standpoint. Uh, One of the things what we have observed is there's a huge difference in the salaries of these employees. A person working an average age of an employee working for a bank vis-a-vis the average salary of a BPO is very, very different.
Yes.
So hence their expectations from the service is also very, very different. And the kind
Sure.
of backgrounds that they come with, right,
Right.
is very, very different, right?
Yes.
And in order to be able to serve them as a facility head or as a facility lead, you got to be very, very conscious and cautious about it as to, who are the people that I want to, work with in order to give them an experience,
Yes. Yes.
right? So especially any large banking organization or any IT organization are very, very conscious, when they have to serve these employees,
Yes.
right? So that is one big differentiator which we have observed. Mr. Rakshit, the other thing which we wanted to understand from you is that uh, we see the transport is something which is outside the premises, unlike cafeteria management or the facility management, and it is prone to the risks that are involved that we foresee managing this activity.
Absolutely.
And if you see that, so the entire service delivery is actually you do whatever you want to do, but at the end of the day, the entire service delivery depends on that one driver, you know,
Yes.
who's gonna serve the end customer or the employee. Would you like to share some examples of a BCP situation
Right.
that you came across
Right.
in any of these organizations and you were able to handle it successfully, please?
Sure. So at IBM Daksh, we had a situation. You see, today, I wish that Consulttrans had come 10 years back. So I would not have to lose the sleepless nights, which I did as a head of admin, but yet going at 2 o'clock to the bay when there is a driver's strike. So we had an instance that, we had the uh, alcoholic checking meters, So two drivers reported drunk, and they were declined to drive at that point in time. So they went away at that point in time, and the drops happened. But next day, we had about 400 cabs in Manyata at Bangalore, which used to operate in three shifts. So there was no pickup done. So they could gather their brethren the next day. So we started getting messages from team leaders that no pickup is happening, no pickup, cabs have gone for a pickup. So there was a BCP situation that an hour before or an hour 20 minutes before where the first pickup happens, that none of the cabs are going to come into Manyata today. So we immediately got in touch with the business and we activated the hot seats, which were there in Chennai and Hyderabad and Vizag. So the people, employees who were there from the similar, same like Lloyd's or other processes, they would hot desk, and the admin and support function seats were also wired to serve as business seats. And then we called the driver union for a discussion, and we said that they were blackmailing us that if you don't take these two drivers back, we will not allow any other vendor also to operate the vehicles in your premises. So we had a discussion with all the service provider owners and the drivers. So, the usual stuff, they came and garrowed me and they came and garrowed my team and, threatened us. So that was a routine. But coming to the crux of it, eventually we said that we don't want them to get unemployed. They have to give a written apology, and they will not be given any duty for 1 week as an example that others should not repeat this. So for 12 into 2 working days, we had to do BCP and work out of other cities with the other employees doing extra hours and shifts. And then we could restore successfully. So this was one instance. Another instance was that, as you are aware, that after 7 p.m. drop or 6:30 pickup, you need to have if it's a last pickup or a first last drop or a first pickup of a lady, she has to be accompanied by a guard. So there was this instance where, and you'll appreciate Deepa and Sachin that with not sounding capitalist or judgmental, the BPO kids, they would not be staying in a Greater Kailash or a DLF. They live in smaller places where there are bylanes where the tempo traveler cannot access or a cab cannot access. So the guard accompanied the lady at say whatever 12:30 in the night, and her husband was at the gate, and he said the guard was walking too close to my wife, and he assaulted the guard.
Oh.
So then again, and you'll appreciate one thing, that the guards and the drivers are very friendly.
That's great.
So again, we had a strike. Then this became an HR issue, versus. So there was a conflict between HR and admin in IBM. HR is definitely saying that maybe he really was walking so close. But we said that in the last 3 years of his service, we've never had any instance of any complaint against him. So eventually we got the lady, and we got her husband, who's not our employee. So the question came that if the driver was slapped by the husband, he should go and file an FIR against him, because the lady's husband is not an IBM employee.
Mm-hmm.
So then we called him to the office, made him apologize, a soft apology to the driver. And, that's how we got the service back again, because again,
Very right. So good. I think very good insights with your long experience with these companies. And these companies happen to be, have few large operation, very large operations. If you talk about the scale, I mean, probably managing 20, 30,000 employees
sure.
on a daily basis. And that is where, job of Consulttrans come into play.
Yeah.
Sure.
You are no longer need to deal with these vendors or these drivers. And what to talk about these strikes and the business uh, kind of, I mean, it almost stopped for a few days, because if you see the impact, right? I mean, driver asking for a salary hike of couple of thousand rupees. But if you see the impact on business for these large companies is very, very huge. And these guys cannot even imagine, what the kind of impact it has. The way today we are talking about giving experience to an employee. Today we are talking about relieving the facility head from all this pain. The facility head who was spending about 80-85% of his or her time at that point in time is
Yeah.
not even spending 15% of his time today, with Consultrans taking over the entire operations. So that is the difference that we are trying to make. Thank you.
Really, thank you, Sachin and Rakshit, for sharing your valuable insights, authentic words, and experiences. Really, it's incredible to hear how transportation challenges are being addressed from different perspectives. And your approaches not only highlight the complexities of managing mobility, but also the innovative solution that you can make a real differences. So, Mr. Rakshit, one more question. As an outsider, how do you see Consultrans as an organization? So, what's your perception about the CT as a brand?
So, on the lighter note, I will say that, as in the earlier part of our conversation, I met Sachin and I told him I was so impressed with Consulttrans that I said that I would like to be associated in an assignment with them. So you will understand, not sounding conceited, but if I have done 36 years with the IBMs and the Deutsche Banks of the world, and I found that I would, like to be part of the torchbearer of this company in some form or the other, is because I really liked what Consultants was doing, and which would be as follows: that you see, either you have very good people managers and leaders in an organization, or you have a high level of technology. Now, here, what happens is that one is my exposure is primarily to Sachin, and I have also seen on LinkedIn the other people being onboarded and, the team lunches, the team recognitions. So that is the people's part, which Sachin is and a very good leader, not because. So that's where I look at Consultrans today, that an employee today wants equal standard of comfort, safety, cleanliness in a cab or a bus, whatever is the mode of transport, that an IBM or a Google or someone would offer in the office. They want to see, the cab is an extension of the office. And as Mr. Sachin rightly pointed out, in the office, the facilities head and his team, they may have 1 lakh square feet, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh square feet. It's in a periphery of that given area. Now, here you are dependent on a driver who's dependent on traffic, who's driven 2 shifts, who's driving in the night.
Yes.
And he has a time, he has to do on-time reporting at the bay for the employees to log in. So, Consultrans, I'm sure that would be a first choice for various organizations and also for the service partners.
So, thank you, Mr. Rakshit, for your kind and thoughtful words about CT and about Sachin. So, your deep understanding and, extensive experience are truly inspiring and serve as a powerful motivator or leader for us to push boundaries and innovate further in our industry. So, hearing such encouraging feedback from you about Consultrans reinforces our commitment to creating impactful solution and driving excellence. So, so before we conclude this podcast, would you like to give a one-line message to our viewers and listeners, or about, as you like, about Gen Zs?
Yeah, actually, you have stolen my thunder, because I wanted to leave the youngsters with the thought saying, take care of your psychological health as much as you take care of your physical health.
Yes.
So you are already there for that, because what happens is that the youngsters, they will gym because the 6 abs can be seen.
Yes.
But the stress, so you need to have the 6-pack abs, even right here, symbolically speaking.
Yes.
So I would leave the Gen Z and the millennials and the Gen Next saying that take care of your psychological health as much as your physical health.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would just leave with that thought, because that's what's causing so much of stress. And, you hear about unpleasant incidents every day happening, because they feel that I am, outwardly very strong. I gym for an hour every day.
Yeah.
But they are not giving any exercise, calming exercise to the mind.
Yeah,
So
we should. We should keep our mental health on priority.
I was not using the word mental, so you're right. Our mental health, I would like to tell them your mental health is as important, if not more important, than your physical health.
Yeah, exactly. If your mental health is good, then physical health is automatically in shape.
You're right. You're right.
So thank you, Mr. Rakshit, for your valuable insights and perspective, which you shared with us about every generation. So we are
Pleasure.
sincerely grateful for Mr. Rakshit for this engaging and insightful conversation.
Thank
At
you.
Consulttrans, we are committed to providing stress-free and value-driven office commute solutions. A big thank you to our viewers for tuning in. Wishing you all very happy New Year and a joyful Lori filled with warmth and happiness. So